the sun's coming up, and Wilson wants to go out and go pee. Gee, I wonder why. Poor guy. But there's somebody parked over where we usually go first thing in the morning that's kind of safe over there, and he gets to have his pee, and then I have my coffee, which, yeah, I cheated again today. And then once it gets light and there's no coyotes over by where we go, we can, because there's kind of a lot of coyotes over in this side of town in the areas that we go. I don't walk in neighborhoods and stuff like that, because if he sees kids, he loves kids and wants to go see the kids, and sometimes he doesn't jump on kids. And then yeah, I don't go on walking trails either. Usually there's dogs off leash, and Wilson can't go off leash, so I feel really bad for him. Yeah, I'm gonna try to turn the camera around so you can see the sun coming up. Let's see it. It's pretty this morning. So we have a few things we need to do today. Cleaning. I need to demat Wilson. Just a few things. Thought I'd say good morning to everybody, and then we'll get on with our day. I needed to show you guys this. Good gosh, look at that. Look at it. So I have not cleaned my seat today. Look. That's just like from yesterday. And it's, goodness. Look at it. So if I have like a pair of yoga pants or something on, or a sweater, or some kind of like fleecy material. I haven't done the back for a while. If there's much we'll get. It's not too bad. But I'll get out, and we need this guy. This guy we need, because I have to get out and then wipe my legs down with this in my butt, because I don't want to. Can you imagine if I walked into the store with that big piece of hair that's clinging onto my window stuck to my butt? It would be so embarrassing. Okay, I want to show you something else. This is what I deal with every single day, and it's a lot. So Wilson's not even on this blanket, and look, there's that, and then I just go along the edges. Look, that's from one night, and I can't say to my dog, you can't come up and sleep with Mom, like we're buds. So look, see some more here, and then more up by my. So yeah, it's a lot of work to have this dog. He has so much hair. Like, look. So it's usually just on the edges, because when he gets up, I have this covered during the day, but at night he's up and down, because he'll come up with me, and then he'll get warm, and then he'll come back down. Now on this blanket here, it's not bad, and I have that blanket covered, and then I usually have a duvet in this one, but we went and and did laundry yesterday. I had 4 loads and 6 blankets. And I was going to bring you guys along with me, but I had so much, look, it's so much lugging in to do. That's just like a brief kind of, there's more here. Look. So I'm very particular over my linens. I don't like them dirty. I do my linens once a week. And I do my laundry once a week. And it's cheap where I go. It's between $2 and $2.25 for a wash. And then $2 to $2.50 for a dry. And yeah, so I have a dilemma this morning, and I'm gonna set up the camera and see, look, this is like after one night, because he comes up and he cuddles, and then he rolls around and tries to push me off, and his hair, like, I brush him probably anywhere between once and twice a week. He hates being brushed. So that's what I pulled off the blanket this morning. So I'm not able to make my bed, which is kind of a bummer. I went and did all that laundry yesterday, and the sheet that I had on the bottom, his nail sliced it, and he sliced it pretty good, and then when I washed it and dried it, it wrecked it more, so I threw it away. So my spare sheets that I have, I'll be so glad to get everything done. The spare sheets that I have are in storage, and I cannot go to my storage unit today because they're painting the floor. So I'm just gonna lay on the mattress cover tonight, I think. And then, because I put a fleecy blanket like this down on the mattress, and then I cover it with a sheet. And then these blankets I usually do once a month, because they're not actually touching me, they're between sheets. So I'll wash the sheets once a week, and then I wash the blankets once a month. And same with his floor blanket, I'll usually wash that every 2 weeks. And then whatever blanket is on the front seat, you can see the blue, so that blanket's been taken off, and then I covered the blankets with my jacket because I have a lot of fleecy blankets like that one, and they just get covered with hair if I don't cover them. So this is out over the sheet, like it extends out over the sheet, so it's, let's say the sheet is, the edge of the sheet comes to here, and this will flap down because it's really super long. And then when he cuddles up with me and stuff, it's on the edges. And like I said, when he gets up and down off the bed, because it's so wide, during the nighttime, there's still more hair here, I can't believe this. During the nighttime, he'll get up and down, and then he gets it on the edges. So it's basically just along the top edge and then along the side. So, but I have to make my bed without sheets today, and then sleep on the mattress cover tonight till I can get sheets tomorrow. So it's kind of a bummer, because I like to get a job done. It's all your fault. It is. So we've got our sheets and blankets that are just going to be idle today. I have to go to the store and pick up more trim and the drill and maybe another piece of 2 types of trim actually. So we'll be back. 1 layer. So there's the second layer. Now normally I don't have to do this every day, because from about the midsection up is all that gets disturbed, because it's pretty tight in along there, and then the back door as well. So everything pretty well stays together except for the edge. And then, because I do have that doubled over, so it hangs down more because he pulls the covers off of me. So that's the second layer. With the sheet, it would be 3. So this brown blanket, let's fix this a little bit. I pushed it in. I put my pillows underneath them, and then I wrap it really tight because it's quite long in behind the curtains. So every day my pillows are covered, and then I just usually put this blanket that I have for if I get up in the night or I need something extra. I just put that over me, and then I put the pillow in front of it, and then that drawer that goes here goes there when we move because we have to go to the store. So changing the bed is a little bit of work. In the morning it's not too bad because, like I said, at the end and in the back it stays pretty secure. So it's just a matter of flipping it over and hopping in and flipping it back. But like I said, with that blanket coming down is where Wilson is up and down, and his fur gets in there, and then he cuddles up with me with this blanket turned down at the top over my other sheets, and that's why it gets hair up there. So there you have it's a lot harder making a bed, but nobody really likes changing beds anyway. But in a van, because you're so cramped as well, it's a little bit of a chore. Just got to keep up with them. You know, some things are deterrents, but you gotta push through things because at the end of the day, when you crawl into a fresh bed, it's worth it. No, we're not going out again. We just went out. Wilson, your eyebrows are so funny. Okay, so I started to see how much I had to sand down. And I have the black paint, then I have a blue paint from years and years and years ago. And then I finally got to the wood. Now I do have a sander, battery operated one, and I think that took me quite a bit to do that. So I think my best option is to use that, but I'm thinking I probably will have to take it out because that fine dust will get everywhere. Yeah, so I don't know. And then this piece, there's my sandpaper everywhere. This piece is lifting up again. I've glued it twice. So I'm thinking I might have to drill it in there. Put a couple of screws in there. Wilson goes out with his tow rope. Like, I'll take him for 2 walks a day, and then if I'm parked just doing something and I'm at an area where I can, I'll just put him on his tow rope and he just goes and plays. But when he does that, he'll pull the tow rope into this corner here, and it rubs on this. So I think I'm gonna have to screw it in there because I think with wear and tear, that's why I put that bigger piece of border on there, is for the wear and tear. And same with underneath the cooler there as well, because that cooler gets lugged out, pulled out, drained, filled, whatever. don't have any snow and it's been really warm. And look at all that garbage. That's awful. It never used to be like that. Let's go shopping. I feel kind of strange. I'm wearing winter boots. Normally if I'm not going anywhere, I put them on because it's cold in the morning. Let's go shopping. I have to pick up 2 pieces of trim. Pretty empty. That's what I picked up. I'd really like those for underneath my stove, but I don't think so. Alright, let's get this job done here. Oh geez, which one was it? I think it was this one. No, it wasn't. I know it was this one. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So I screwed down that piece by the door, and because I didn't drill it because I was lazy, I split it. There. So now I have to find a piece that's, oh, that's kind of funky looking, isn't it? But it's split there. I like this piece. Sold. I don't know though. Wonder if I could use that on something else. I really like that. Look at that. Maybe I could sand it down or something. See, it's cracked there. But I really, really like that piece. Oh, look at that one. Sold. Yes. Kind of funky on that side too. Alright. Now that. That's cool. Okay. That's a nice piece. Oopsies. Better put my phone down. These old vehicles don't have one of those keyless entry things. See how far my blanket comes down in the back? So now, without poking Wilson, so I think that is, careful buddy, careful. And then I'll just put that one way over there on the side in case he jumps up. Because I think, like I said, those are 8 feet long. Hi! Mom's back, buddy. Okay. So I did go pick up more reflectix, and I had another yoga mat. The other night, I was parked kind of in an industrial area. I've parked there before. I've never had any problems, and I had probably around 2 o'clock in the morning, I had Wilson wake me up. It was extremely disturbing. And the curtain was pulled and his head was poked around it, and he was barking at this window. So I could tell by the way he was barking and where he was looking that there was something at my window. And so I get up. It's so creepy when you get woken up like that. And I pulled the curtain across, and here's this man staring in my window. And I'm like, you have to leave. You have to go. Now, move, go. And he just kept blank staring in my window. And he was not on Earth. He was out in the universe somewhere. He was on drugs. And so I stepped it up a bit, and I said, you have to go. You cannot stay here. You need to leave my van now. So he did. He moseyed on. He went to the front, and then he went to the side of the van and in a little bit, and probably the size of a kitchen tabletop, a normal kitchen, medium-sized kitchen table. He got on his hands and knees and proceeded to fine-tooth comb pick that grass for over an hour. And then he moved up to the next section, and then moved up to the next section. So I didn't get a lot of sleep the other night. But I decided that I think it's high time that I also close off those windows. But I also like to know what's around me as well. I'm in the city. There's really nowhere that I've been that you don't have something or somebody or creepy people or just misguided people or people that bad intentions eventually find you and park right beside you in the middle of the night and have their light on, interior light in their car, and poke down through their blinds that they have up, and they're looking at your van, and they're parked so close you could touch their vehicle, and they weren't there at 1 o'clock in the morning when you used the washroom, but they're there at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's two men, and just so many things have happened in the city, and we'd really like to get out of the city, but we have things we have to do. And I want to make another quick note. I always answer people that comment. I always reply. And for some reason, I didn't get notifications on a few of them. I haven't been getting notifications on my comments. So I went in and I looked, and the other day, and there was a couple of comments, and one was from 7 days ago. And it was a 78-year-old who lived in a senior's apartment. And she said she wants to buy a van. She's saving, or I'm not sure if it's a she or he, actually. I think it was a she. I never checked, but they said they wanted to buy a van, and they're saving for it, and they're 78 years old, and they feel trapped. And my heart just broke. So all I can say to that person is, do your best. Keep your dreams alive. Go through Pinterest and YouTube videos, and just keep watching and picking up tips. And I think it's really important that you do up your own blueprints for whatever vehicle that you've decided. What type of vehicle, well, like if it's a small minivan or if it's a bigger van or whatever vehicle that any person is buying. Do up your blueprints and refine them, and then go through your apartment or your home and pick out pieces that you can incorporate, that you really love, that you can incorporate into your build. And I think it's really important also that you have a budget for the purchase of the vehicle, and then a budget for the build of your vehicle. And then you're kind of looking at what you need, what you need to get. And then also have a budget maybe put along the side of what emergency prepping things you need. This is why I did this channel, is to kind of just show my progress from 5 months in a Honda Pilot to freezing cold. I couldn't put in a heater. I couldn't put in a cook stove. I went through probably almost $600 a month in heat, running, like in fuel, running the vehicle to keep warm. It was a really cold winter last winter. It was a lot of between -30 and -48, 50. I think there was one time it even dipped down to 52 degrees Celsius minus, and that's like death cold. That's really cold with the wind chills and stuff, right? So another reason why I showed you the layers on my bed, that brown blanket is a queen size or king size, and I doubled it over and it's fleecy inside. So I'm gonna just show you the layers that I put on. I also have a sleeping bag, but I switch it out. I put the sleeping bag on only when it's really extremely cold. So, you know, you're underneath, like, it's almost like, what is that Disney story where the girl can feel the pee on her mattress and she has them stacked almost to the ceiling because she can feel that pee on the mattress. And it's kind of like the opposite of me. I have it so stacked it's almost to the ceiling with blankets, and it's really important to keep your underside warm as well. And if you can't afford like a really thick mattress, or you can't afford certain things, you can always put Reflectix down underneath you and on top of you directly. You wouldn't believe how warm that Reflectix is. So if it's really, really cold, I might just like wrap myself in Reflectix. Probably not, because I'll have my wood stove going. In the city, I can't do that though. So I'll have my Mr. Buddy, which I'll be hauling out next week because it's supposed to start dipping down. I think between -14 and -21 degrees Celsius. So at nighttime and in the morning, it's going to be extremely cold, and I can't rely on idling this vehicle all the time. It's hard on the vehicle and it's expensive on fuel. So we're going to have to be digging that out. So that's a new chapter we'll be taping. I don't have a diesel heater. I'm really not wanting a diesel heater unless I can afford one that's European made, and they're very expensive. I think installed they're $1,800. So anyway, getting back to this person that feels trapped in their apartment, 78 years old and planning on moving out into a van, like, kudos to you. And if you really want it, I'm gonna put an email in at the end of this video, and you can contact me if you have any questions, if you just need somebody to talk to because you're really discouraged, anybody like that, just email me. I will answer. There is a lot of people that are becoming homeless, and there's a lot of people that need tips, and a lot of people that need to stay warm, and I have lots to offer. I live in Canada. It's cold, cold, cold in the wintertime in Alberta, and I've been out there and I put myself through 5 months because I needed to save money. So I did not, like I said, have heat or even to cook, anything to cook on. So I have lots to offer. I have lots of suggestions. If anybody wants me to do a certain video on any topic at all, comment or send me an email. If you need somebody to talk to, or you need suggestions, or you're just discouraged, anything at all, email me and I will be there for you. This channel is to inspire and support people that I knew once I got this channel going, there'd be a lot more people living in their vehicles. And it's not just being pushed out living in your vehicle. It's a change of your whole entire life. It can be very discouraging for people. It can be a real big blow to their whole life. can be very critical mentally and physically. So I want to put that out there. So to that person that's 78, if you need to contact me, I'd love to chat with you. So let's get on some things. I might actually end up making this into a part 1 and then part 2, because I've got lots to do today and I'd like to bring you along. So let's end it here as part 1, and then part 2 I'll get up at the end of the day. And today is odds and ends day. I need to do maths for that, so I'll just do a brief little I didn't really show what I was doing the last time. I just showed the end product. So this time I might show what I'm doing and the complications that I have with doing it. There's always complications. And then I've got to cut that piece and replace that piece by the door, and then I'm going to finish the molding around the drawer. I need to put my laundry away, and I really need to clean this van. And if I don't get it washed today, actually maybe I'll do the washing of the van tomorrow and do the windows tomorrow. So Sunday it's supposed to be 4 degrees. Yesterday was 6. It was my day. I should have did it, but Sunday, where I can go park somewhere where there's no one around, I can let him out all day and I can haul that dresser out, and I'm safe. I just can't haul the dresser out the side of the road and start sanding it down. It doesn't really work like that. So I have a place I can go on Sundays, and so Sunday that's what I'll be doing. So I'm rambling on. I'm really sorry. I have a bad habit of doing that. Wilson doesn't talk very much. My daughter's 24 and she doesn't talk very much either, so drive her nuts. Okay, so we'll see you in part 2.